Hello everyone, this is As Muhammad Khan and I welcome you with today's new chapter student. Yes, it is the chapter 3 and it is related to metal and non-metal student. What are metal and non-metals student? The elements, means the pure substances, are categorized into mainly 3 types according to modern classification: metals, non-metals and metalloids, and they are categorized into 3 types according to their physical and chemical properties that are based according to their atomic number, and they are classified in a table, and that table is known as modern periodic table, and we will study about that table in chapter 5 student. So what is metal, non-metal and metalloids? Metals are the substances that are hard, solid, lustrous, sonorous, conductor and ductile, and have high melting point and density, are known as metals. Now you just opposite it, non-metals. Non-metals are the elements that are soft, found in all the state, solid, liquid and gas, non-lustrous, non-sonorous, non-conductor, non-ductile and have low melting and boiling point, are known as non-metals students. In the modern periodic table, the metals are found at the left hand side in the modern periodic table, and non-metals are found at the right hand side. And in between metal and non-metal, there is a zigzag line student, zigzag line like this, and in between that zigzag line there is some elements are found, and those elements are known as metalloids. So there are the 3 types of elements student: metal, non-metal and metalloid. This chapter is related with metal and non-metal. Now, there are the different metals we use in our daily life, like the main metal that we use: iron we use; copper we use; aluminium we use; silver we use, and with this gold we use, and platinum. These are the main minerals or the metals that we use in our daily life. Like this, non-metal is also used by us in the different forms, like the non-metals examples are nitrogen, hydrogen, oxygen, phosphorus, and there is chlorine, bromine and iodine. So these are the non-metals. If we speak about their symbol or the name, these are metals and these are non-metals. Now what is special about the metal student? According to their chemical properties, they are electropositive in nature and they are electronegative in nature. They form cation and they form anion, and it is according to their chemical properties. But today we will discuss only about the physical properties student. So the first physical properties that we will discuss is hardness. Student, all the metals are hard in nature. In generally they are hard. So you write hard. Metals are hard in nature and non-metals are soft in nature. Soft. But in this there is exception student. exception, and you will learn the exception, because generally in the exam the exceptions are asked. Like what may be asked in your exam, name the metals that are soft in nature. Yes, now you tell me which metals are soft in nature. Yes, yes student, you are right, it is exception. Exception: sodium, potassium and mercury. And mercury are soft in nature, they are soft. They are soft, so they are exception, student. Now state. Now we come on the state. In the state, here you write the complete exception. What is the meaning of exception? Means these metals are differ according to this physical property because they are soft in nature. But in general, all the metals like iron, copper, aluminium, silver, gold, platinum, they are hard in nature. Now we come on the state. All the metals are solid in state, solid. They have solid state. But non-metals have all the three states: solid, liquid and gas. Now we come again on this exception, student. Come again on this exception, solid. There is one metal that is found in the liquid state. Yes, can you tell me that exception? Yes, exception. Exception is mercury, student. Mercury, Hg. Mercury is liquid in state. That's why we can measure the temperature with the help of mercury. Means in the thermometer there is a one straight line is found, and that straight line have the different magnitude, and with the help of that straight line we measure the temperature, student. And what is found in that line? Mercury is found. Now we come on the luster. Means all the metals have the shiny appearance, shiny. So all the metals are lustrous in nature. And non-metals are non-lustrous. But in this, there is one exception, student. In the metal. And what is it? Exception. I am writing here exception. Diamond. Diamond is a non-metal, but it is lustrous in nature, and it is the pure form of carbon. Means carbon is the exception of this property, diamond. Now we come on the next property, sonority. What is the meaning of sonority? Means it is the property of the substances from which they produce the sound when we strike them. So metals are sonorous in nature, but non-metals are non-sonorous. Yes, student, what is the sonorous? Means when we strike the metal, then they produce the sound. Due to this property, metals are used to make the bells. Means generally in the school, the bells are made by the metal, student. And which metal is generally used? Yes, tell me, which metal is used in the schools to produce the bell? It is copper, student. In the school generally the bells are made up of copper. And why are they made up of copper? because the copper produce melodious sound and it is more sonorous than other metals. That's why the bells are generally made by the copper, like the temple bells or the church bells. They are also made by the copper, student. Now we come on the conductivity. Metals are good conductor of heat and electricity, student. They are good conductor. So here you can write they are good conductor. But non-metals are poor conductor. Poor conductor. But in this, again there is one exception, that is the conductor of the electricity. And what is it? Exception. Exception. There is one exception, student, and what is it? It is graphite. Graphite is exception, that is an allotrope of carbon, and it is good conductor of electricity. That's why it is used to make the electrodes. And in this, there is one exception, that is metal, but it is poor conductor of heat and electricity. And what is it? Here the exception is lead. Exception is lead, Pb. Means it is poor conductor. Poor conductor. Now we come on the ductility. What is the ductility, student? It is the property of the substances from which we can draw them into wires. And metals are ductile in nature. You can write here they are ductile. But non-metals are non-ductile. We can't make wires from them. Non-ductile. Melting and boiling point, student. Melting point, it is the temperature point or it is the magnitude in which a solid substance is converted into liquid substance or it is melt. And that particular temperature is known as melting point. And boiling point, at which a particular substance starts the boiling, that point or that magnitude is known as boiling point, student. So metals have high melting and boiling point, high. But non-metals have low melting and boiling point, low melting and boiling point. Now we come on density, student. Density. What is density? You have studied about it in 9th class, student. Mass per unit volume. So metals have more mass, that's why they have the more density or high density they have. So you can write here all the metals have the high density. High density. Only in this there is one exception, and what is it? It is mercury. Mercury have the low density. Otherwise all the metals have the high density. Non-metals have the low density. But in this there is one exception, student, that is diamond or the allotrope of the carbon, that have the high density. So today we have discussed about the physical properties of metal and non-metal, and we differentiate metal and non-metal according to their physical properties. In the next segment we will discuss about the chemical properties of metal and non-metal, student. So now you will learn all these physical properties, you will learn these terms properly, their examples you will learn. So thank you very much and have a nice day.